Hi Leo, welcome to your reading for the 4th of May to the 10th of May 2020. Bearing in mind this is a general reading, won't resonate with everybody. Okay, anybody or everybody. It can't resonate with everybody, but you know, if you can just get something from it, that's great. And if it's just to get some enjoyment, even better. But look for the guidance that is coming through, the messages from Spirit. Okay, the general theme for your reading is a time to give rather than take. New Moon of Virgo. Wow. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a minute. We'll just move. While I'm doing that, talking about that, I'll be laying down some tarot cards for our greater perspective on your week ahead, dear Leo. Okay, so a time to give rather than take. So you may, you know, are you, have you been sort of soaking up as much as you can from the environment, from what's around you, the resources that you have? You've been making it good for yourself. And do you need to look then again at how you can start to give back? And we know that what we give out comes back tenfold. So do you need to sort of start that energy of receiving due to the fact that you are giving as much as you are taking? Okay, so here we have the High Priestess, and this is the overall energy of your reading there, Leo. So we have the High Priestess. So your intuition isn't completely on point at the moment there, Leo, that you may not be seeing things as clearly as you should be. There may be messages coming through that you aren't, taking on board. There is we've got some, the balance of the two energies there, and they are keys. So there is a key element that you are missing at the moment there, because you are not open enough at the moment, Leo, to hear and to see the opportunities and what you need to do in order to go forward. Now this is the card that is crossing you, crossing the energy, and it is the Two of Wands. So yes, you may be feeling that you have everything sorted and you are in the right space. Now what that's going to do, Leo, is that's going to stop you from really seeing things clearly, for looking a little bit deeper, for looking for some more clarification. So, yes, you are in a good place. You have been laying down a good solid foundation for yourself, and you do feel like you have the world in your hands. This is asking you to seek that balance. You got the 2 and the 2 there, so this is all about balance. So you just take another look at what's going on around you, Leo, and see if it is actually as in balance as it is. And we come back to that, a time to give rather than take. So, is there a balance in that exchange of energies? And it can be any type of thing. Now, this is your mindset, and as far as you're concerned, is that you have been, opening up your heart. You have been doing what needs to be done. You just want to, give to others, but take as well, and just have everyone happy and everyone sort of, feeling good about where they're at. You're quite happy to just take action as far as moving through. You're at that sort of middle level where you are, your heart's opening, but you're not quite fully invested, and your mind is saying that you're quite happy where you are with that. You're just moving along and just moving forward as you can. Okay, so that's fine. Now here we have the Page of Coins. So with the Page of Coins, and it is in reverse, there is that innocence, that not being able to really look at things in a very full perspective. So, it may be that you are, and not being childlike, but just, not wanting to really see things for what they are. Maybe you're not ready to take on responsibility. Maybe you're not ready to be that open person that has to do the right thing. Maybe you're quite, you are enjoying at the moment, just sort of sitting back and let others, take over and be doing what they need to do. You've turned your back on your cornucopia there, which is the symbol of wealth. And what's that saying is that you're not really in a mindset yet to start making things happen for yourself. So, if there's some bringing in some resources, savings, getting a job, whatever it is that you're not quite ready yet. And that's what it's saying. Okay, in the past we had the King of Wands. Now the King of Wands is your energy, Leo, and this is where you were sort of turning your back on everything else but this is including yourself. So to the detriment of yourself and others, you have sort of, you've not been sort of sitting in a position of power for yourself, of that, collecting up all the energies and all the resources that you need. And you have you've been putting that to the back burner. So you've really not been stepping up into that maturity, into that accepting that, that this is your game, and you need to start, taking responsibility for it, which will go back to where you were just not quite ready then to take on responsibility. Now here we have the Empress in your immediate future. We have the Empress, but once again she's in reverse. So, there are things that become a bit stagnant. So, you, instead of bringing through the harvest, instead of, having the guiding star, you have got a bit of stagnant there. You've got a bit of old stuff to leave behind you. Now, this is really that changing that heart space, changing that heart set. This is that beginning new projects that you want. It's about birth, so it is about bringing in the new, but you have to be forward thinking to that. And what is happening here is that Spirit is really talking to you. And as I said, maybe with the High Priestess in reverse, are you listening to the messages that are coming through there, Leo, or are you still sort of turning your back on that and just imagining things as you see them to be? So, we want to turn this so that, you're full on to having whatever it is that you require. Okay, so this is you, and you're wanting to celebrate, you're wanting to party, you're wanting to get out there, you want to network, you want to be a part of something. You're really just enjoying yourself. That's what you are at the moment. You are just in the mood to enjoy, to celebrate, to have a good time. But how you are within this situation here is the Justice card in reverse. And that is saying that things aren't quite balanced in where you are at the moment. And once again, it talks about that balance. We've got the scales. The scales have been discarded behind you, They aren't, so that means that there's an imbalance. It's one-sided. It isn't being done in a way that will serve everything and everybody. And you've even put your sword behind you where you don't even want to try, almost, You've got a sword there, but you could take up another sword. This sword has got the growth on it. This has got the butterfly. So, take up another sword. Really start to bring through that power of who you are, Leo. Because you have, you are a powerful person. You got the great leadership skills. You're outgoing, and you have that self-assurance, but you've got to sort of bring it back into balance so that it works in your favour. Okay, and so your hopes and fears is this is the Ace of Cups. Your hopes and fears is that, things you will be able to bring in that emotional connection that you've been wanting to have, and that you're not going to be sort of left in the dark, and you're not going to miss that opportunity to really start to bring through that beautiful heart energy, that joy, that connection, that even romantic times for you. Okay, so here, have a look at your outcome here. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles here, but we've got it in reverse. So what this is saying is that you need to seek advice. You need to be talking to somebody who can lead you in the right direction. Maybe you need some budgeting advice. Maybe you need to talk to someone about how you're going to invest the money that you have. Maybe you need to talk to someone about how you can actually start to make that progress in moving forward and getting what you need. So we'll draw some clarifiers on this. Okay, now let's have a look. Let's have a look at this energy here, the Page of Coins. Alright, and this is telling us, yes, that there is the Nine of Pentacles there. So you do have the ability to bring through a lot of money, a lot of resources, and just make things work in your favour. But you need to be turning around and taking things seriously. So once you do that, then you can start to bring in the harvest. So it is about taking things seriously. Okay, now let's have a look at the Empress, and she's in reverse too with her back to us. Let's see what advice we can get to turn that situation around. Okay, so yes, so this is you're feeling a little bit trapped. Maybe you feel like you haven't been able to have the opportunity to do what you need to do. So there is that little bit of a stalemate there. Now this always comes down to this being in your head. So while you're bound, it's making you feel like you can't actually bring in the harvest. You can't start, things moving forward, and because of your situation. Now you're the one that can change that situation. Okay. Let's look at this Justice in reverse. Okay, so Justice in reverse. So here we have the High Priestess, and she is face up. So this is, yes, bring in that intuition. Start to really listen to the messages that are coming through from Spirit. Start to look how you can, make things start to grow and use your intuition. You can move away from this energy there, Leo, if you really start to listen, So you don't think that you've got it all sorted and you've got it all sussed and that there's nothing left for you to know. This is saying that if you open up your heart and your mind and hear the messages that are coming through, that you're going to get a lot further ahead and be able to manifest really what you want to, instead of just taking things as they stand at the moment. So you are in complete control with that, which is great. Okay, well, lastly, we'll pull a card for the 10 of Coins for your outcome. Okay, so yes, so leave behind what's happened. It's not going to serve you. All you need to do is turn around and see the opportunities that have been offered you. And, you may have found that because things have been hard in the past, that you haven't wanted to sort of step out and take a chance on anything, stick your neck out, because it hadn't worked in the past. So why the hell bother now? Might as well just friggin' go for a ride on what's happening at the moment. So, yes, get some advice to see how you can turn that around for yourself, Leo. Nice. Brings us back to the time to give rather than take. So that's your main message that is coming through there, Leo, is that you can start to change the vibration and the energy on your resources, on your income, on, how things are. You don't have to remain stuck. If you start to give out and start to see how you can start giving your light out as well, and coming from a heart space that just wants to give, you'll find that you will start to receive in a very big way. Okay, our last card. Oh yes, so flash over. So it's all in your head. So, finding a way to bring in that intuition, because the old soul, this is a master number 11, that's the old soul, that is about intuition. So, if you're sticking with your head and not thinking with your heart, not allowing your heart space to come into it, if you're just remembering the things that have gone on before that weren't very good, and that that's making you stand back from really sort of bringing through that beautiful magic and power of the Leo energy that you have, bring it out, make it do some good, really start to utilize that power of who you are. Get out of your head and, get into what you do best, and that's taking charge and making the life that you want, Leo. So, great week, great energy, just a lot of fun. A lot of, it's going to be exciting to see how you come out of that. Okay, so take care. Bye.